Hello, my name's Andy Raffel from eTeknix.com, and today we're looking at the Thermaltake DH202 HTPC Chassis. What comes included with the case is an assortment of fixtures and fittings, warranty booklet, user's manual, a cloth so that you may clean the case, Key 3 Spirit leaflet and case badge sticker, as well as a remote control to control all of the multimedia functions, as well as a quick guide to accompany it, and of course the Media Lab installation CD software for the remote control. The remote control itself has got a fairly simple layout, power button at the top, number buttons, that kind of thing, just like you'd expect on a normal television remote control. If you do get stuck though, it does come with this quick guide which talks you through step by step exactly what button does what. Looking at the front of the case, we can see that the whole of the case itself is made out of aluminium with this brushed effect on the front. You can see that it has a metal solid power button here, the screen which you'd expect on the home theatre PC range of chassis from Thermaltake. Over here we have enough room for one CD or DVD ROM, and we also have various different buttons here, including arrow buttons, escape, and buttons for the remote control. You also have a volume button over here. Overall, the front of the case, the actual feel of the buttons and dials feels very, very solid and robust. Also, if we push here, we can see that this little tray folds down underneath. Once we've pressed this button so that it does push down, we can see that we've got various different connections here, which we've got a USB port, microphone, headphone, USB and Firewire. And on the right hand side we can see that we have this 23-in-1 multimedia card reader, and this will accept all of the latest memory card types. The feet themselves have got this nice gold casting around it with a black sponge material in the middle. This is to stop any vibration from going through the case. Looking around the case now, we can see on the top that it's got this huge block of ventilation holes. We can also see that there are more ventilation holes on the left and right side of the case. Taking a look at the back of the case, we can see that the side of the case is held on by these 3 thumb screws instead of ordinary screws. We can also see where the power supply would go, the I/O shield plate, and we get a view of the 7 PCI expansion slots. We can also see that it has 2 60mm fans which operate at a speed of 2500 RPM. Once you've taken the 3 thumb screws out from the back of the case, it's just a matter of wiggling it about a little bit, pulling it towards you, and lifting off to expose the internals of the case. Once we can actually see inside the case, we can see that we've got the I/O shield plate in there as well, but your motherboard will come with one, so depending on your motherboard will depend on what connections you've got on the back to which I/O shield plate you will use. You also see that it actually does look quite messy in here. There's a lot of wires traipsing about here, there and everywhere. This includes all of the headers, which are for the USB, Firewire and so on at the front. We have a few Molexes laying around which are for the fans, and we also have this adapter here which does look strangely like a ATX power adapter. This is for the screen at the front. Taking a look at the case's cooling, we've already spoke about the 2 60mm fans at the back. We've also got one 120mm fan at the front. This operates at a speed of 1400 RPM. We already spoke about the drive bay at the front, which of course is 5¼ inch. It's the only one which is on display, but you can actually fit other devices in here. So it is just a matter of finding a 3½ inch to 5¼ inch adapter, and you could fit more hard drives in here. To fit the drives in, it's a simple plastic clip mechanism on the side, so it is completely toolless. We already spoke about the 5¼ inch cage which is located over here, but next to it is this 3½ inch cage for your hard drives. The first hard drive you will need to screw in, but the other 2 are a matter of using these plastic clips which fold over like so. The hard drive slots into place, pull it back over and lock it in. It's as simple as that, and no tools are needed. To fit some kind of a PCI card device, this could be a graphics card, sound card, or even in this case a TV card, it's just a matter of pulling up this clip, pushing through from the other side, and you can simply take out the PCI cards from there. This completely frees it up. Push it back and clip it back down, and your card will be in place. The main feature of this case, or the main feature in my opinion, is got to be this screen on the front. It is a HTPC case, so it is aimed at people who want to share the comfort of their own videos, photos, music files, and even record telly in the comfort of their own living room. So on the front of this case, it's got this lovely screen with various different features which of course will light up. On the left hand side it tells you about recording modes and volume. Down the bottom, when you're playing a video or sound file, it will tell you exactly what format it's using: MPEG, DivX, XVID, WMA, MP3. Over to the right it tells you about various different video sources, and the top right it tells you about the sound sources, whether you're using 2-channel left and right or 5.1 and so on. Straight away when you turn the computer on, you'll probably be greeted with this screen saying home in the middle. So you can get out of that and you can get it to go into auto mode, and that will tell you the various different time, dates, what CPU you're using, what version of the operating system, the login, which of course ours is eTeknix, and so on. So it will just roll through there on a sort of demo mode. So there are other various different functions that the screen has got, all by you configuring the remote control to the applications you're using. So you can turn the volume up and down, tell you what volume you're on, you can open up videos, and that will open up the folder for My Movie, but it is a matter of configuring everything to what you want to open up. The shortcuts will open various different applications. It all depends on what applications you're using and what software. So it is a matter of just going through, reading the guide that comes with the remote control and finding out exactly what can be displayed on this screen at the front. Now moving on to the part of the review where we talk about the price and the value. I couldn't actually find this product for sale anywhere in the UK. I did find a UK based website called VIP Computers, but upon speaking to them they are just a distributor, so couldn't tell me a price. They directed me to a company called Call for IT, who seem to stock some of the older models, the DH102s, but none of the DH202s. So it doesn't look like this product is actually for sale anywhere in the UK as of yet, but hopefully in the next couple of months we will see this product come to market more in the UK. I did have a little look around on some websites in the United States, and I found it for $249.99, and that was from a lot of companies, but mainly from Amazon.com. All I can say about this case is that I think it's amazing. I've really liked this style of case ever since I first started dabbling with computers many years ago. I always wanted a desktop case instead of a sort of tower case, and having a screen on the front of it with a remote control, it's going to be perfect for HTPC users. So if you're going to stick a TV card in there and possibly put this in your living room with some quiet cooling setup, it's going to be fantastic for what you need, showing off your photos, videos and music files. It's going to be brilliant at things like parties. I really like it because, as I say, I've always wanted a case like this ever since a young age, and now I've finally got the ability to actually test one and use one. The cooling on it is really good. You may want to change the fans at some point for something a little bit more silent if you are going to be using it in your living room for HTPC purposes, but overall the build quality is amazing. The only downside is of course the availability. I couldn't find it anywhere for sale in the UK, and because of that I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 stars.